Friendship in the Forest. Once upon a time, in a lush green forest, there lived a little cute rabbit named Fluffy. Fluffy woke up early every morning, listened to the sounds of the forest with his big ears, and spent time with his mother. Fluffy's mother was the kindest and wisest rabbit in the forest. Every morning, Fluffy and her mother would walk in the forest, learn new things, and have fun. One day, Fluffy and her mother went for a walk deep into the forest. While they were walking, they heard a small voice coming from under a tree. Fluffy ran towards where the sound came from and saw a little bird crying. The bird's name was Minny, and it fell out of its nest. Fluffy went to Minny and said, "Hello, I'm Fluffy. Can I help you?" said. The little one wiped his tears and said, "Yes, please, I can't go back to my nest." Fluffy immediately turned to his mother and said, "Mum, we have to help little one." His mother smiled and said, "Of course, Fluffy, we will help him together." Fluffy and her mother carefully picked up Minny and took him back to his nest. He thanked little Fluffy and his mother very much. "If it weren't for you, I don't know what I would do." "I want to be friends with you now," said Minny. Fluffy and her mother continued their walk in the forest, taking Minny with them. Their mother showed Minny the beauties of the forest, and they had a great time together. Fluffy, Little and his mother built houses from leaves, rolled around in flower fields, and dreamed while looking at the sky. As the days passed, Fluffy, Minny and his mother became the best friends of the forest. They discovered new adventures every day and were very happy to be together. One evening, as the sun was setting, Fluffy turned to her mother and said, "Mom, I'm so happy to be friends with you." Her mother hugged Fluffy and said, "I'm very happy with you too, Fluffy. Every day is a new adventure with you." Minny joined them and said, "I am very happy to be friends with you. You teach me new things every day, and we have a lot of fun together." Thus, Fluffy, her mother and Minny lived happily, discovering new adventures every day. Every night, before going to bed, Fluffy and her mother would tell each other how their day was and plan new adventures. His mother would tell a nice story to Fluffy and kiss him and say, "Good night, sweet dreams." Fluffy hugs her mother tightly and says, "I love you so much, Mum." He repeated these words every night, because the more they heard them over and over again, the happier they became. One day, Fluffy said, "Mum, shall we find more friends in the forest with Minny?" said. "Of course, Fluffy. There's so much to discover in the forest, and everything is better when we're together," said her mother. So Fluffy, her mother and little one wandered all over the forest to find new friends. They made new friends, discovered new games, and laughed and had fun together. And so Fluffy, her mother and little one continued to live as the happiest and closest friends of the forest. Every day was full of adventure. Every moment was filled with love. Other animals living in the forest were also amazed by their friendship and learned a lot from them. Every night, under the moonlight, Fluffy and her mother, Minny, watched the stars in the sky and whispered their best wishes to each other. Because the most important thing in the forest is love and friendship.